Hello, hello. I already got us here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. Thank you all so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for your love. Thank you for sending love. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. So this message is going to be a divine activation and healing message. In these messages, I use my personal digital deck that I created, and I also use other decks as well to give these messages. If you are looking to purchase the Divine Activation and Healing digital deck, the link will be below, or you can visit alreadygoddess.com, or you can visit alreadygoddess.etsy.com to purchase this deck. So from the Divine Activation and Healing digital deck, the messages I have is letting go, mystery, right action, divine source, throat chakra, 444, 222, and the fire element. So there is something that you may have just recently let go, whether it was the person, place, or a thing. It may have also been a habit, or it may have also been a mentality that you had with, mentally. Maybe it was something mentally that you let go of, a habit, maybe it may be illusions, and or this is something that you may be doing right now. You may be letting go of, habits, illusions, people, places, and things, that no longer serve you in this time. You may be feeling more supported and secure and protected in this time, or you may be guided right now to ground yourself so that you can feel supported, secure, and protected. And you also are being reminded to know that you are supported, secure, and protected, because this may have been really challenging for you to let whatever it is that you let go, and it may be all of the above that you let go. I'm getting that this has been a journey of this. This has been a journey, and as I said, that your path came out. So yes, this has been a journey. So this has been, a journey of letting go, and you've learned to trust. You've learned to trust and have faith. You've gotten stronger in your faith, and you've learned that you are supported, you are secure and protected. And this may not be shown physically, but you know this on a spiritual, this spiritually, that you are secure, supported, and protected. You have faith. You no longer are seeing things. It may have been challenging at first to let go of these people, places, and things, and these habits, but your faith have gotten stronger, and you've learned not to see things only in the 3D, but you've learned to see things spiritually. You could have also recently awakened your third eye, or this is something that you're doing. And with mystery here, you've learned to trust your intuition, or this is something that you will be learning. Okay, for some, letting go is something you may have already done. For others, letting go is what you will be doing. You may be on your path of awakening. This path may seem like a mystery to you for some who are just starting this, who may be letting go of a lot of things in this time, mindsets, people, places, and things. This may seem as though it's a mystery to you, but you're being guided to trusting more into your intuition and open up to the unseen, because the direction and the future will be revealed to you about who you are and what's for you. For others, this is what's already happening because of your faith. And with right action here, this was, the right action. This was, divinely guided, and this is this has been the right action. And for others, you know, um, it's time for you to trust in your intuition and know that this is the right action, because you have a new path that you're clearing out old ways and things for a new path. And this is why you're being guided to trust in the divine guidance in this time. And you're also freeing up space to receive this as well, or you're being guided to trust in the divine guidance so you can free up the space to receive, getting into that receiving mode, and have an outrageous openness in this time. Wow. I have your divine source. Setting your attention. Set your intentions in this time. Starting your day off with intention setting by raising your vibration. Caring about your energy. You can set your intentions every day so that you can get on this frequency of receiving, and so that you can trust in divine source and continue to be in divine alignment. I have your third chakra, so this could be something that you are opening in this time, or you will be opening, is your throat chakra. You may be guided to express yourself more in this time, or you will be guided to express yourself more. Communication may be significant as well. Maybe you do something online. Maybe you do something. Maybe it's something, even just within yourself, affirming yourself more, affirming the things around you, speaking your truth. Maybe it's to the people, places, and things. Yeah, speaking your truth to yourself, mainly because this is something that yourself is needing in this time, because you will be learning how unique you are and how extraordinary you are. You could be seeing 444, and that is a sign of divine interconnection that you have with the divine. You have a divine interconnection, and that goes back to that extraordinary that I'm speaking of you being divine, you having that divine interconnection, that divine love within and all around you. You could be seeing 222 as well, and this is also a reminder of you being in divine alignment, and you will be coming into balance and harmony. You're balancing. You're balancing. Your life is coming into balance. You're in this time of balancing as well. You could be guided right now also to invite help. And that means, maybe there isn't anyone in your life right now that you can really just trust right now, because you may have let a lot of people, places, and things go. I have here right action twice. Just came out of the deck. Yes, so, asking right now may be significant. Please always use discernment within these messages, but the asking of what it is, whom, or what, the energy of asking is, asking the divine, whatever it is that can help you in this time. So whatever you may be struggling with, mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you are being guided right now to ask. Invite the help. Invite the help, because, there is an answer, there is a solution, and there is, support, you know, or, this may be something you may have done already as well. And this is why you on this, um, new path. You're being guided also to continue to act along this new path as well. But I have your fire. And, this message is a reminder of, a time to shine and burn any negativity that's keeping you dormant. Any negativity that has kept you dormant or is keeping you dormant. I'm getting that's something that you've done already. And that's something you're also doing as far as healing as well. You're letting go of trauma as well. You're choosing to heal. You're choosing to think more positive and clear out any, old ways of thinking. Shining light in those dark places. That's also something I'm getting as well. You're shining light in those places that you may have thought was dark. In those experiences, you gaining different perspectives on them that may have happened, that may have caused a block, sacral chakra. I'm also getting it as well, or may have just caused a lot of blockage within. There's light. You're shining light on it. You're no longer afraid of what was. You're no longer in fear or afraid or letting that hold you back. You're shining more light on it. You're choosing to love yourself more. You're choosing to have divine abundance as well. And because of that, life is showering you with this abundance. Life will be showering you with this abundance. You also, because of, you choosing to love yourself, you're choosing to have faith, you're choosing this new path, you're choosing this journey, you will be healing family lines. And not only are you healing family lines, there are secrets that are being discovered in this time as well about who you are. You will be activating many spiritual gifts, many abilities, many talents that may have been dormant as well. And because you're doing this letting go, because you're clearing out energy, because you're shining light on the dark places, that's removing illusions, that's removing blockages that has kept the truth and your abilities and just who you are is being removed. This may seem as though it's a great mystery to you, or you may look at all of this as a great mystery, but you're also revealing wisdom in this time as well, and this is going to be the keys to your destiny. This is how you're going to be living. Your wisdom is going to help you, within your life as well. Reveal and I have here create a fire. Yes, this is what I was speaking of, and this is why that fire element came out from the divine activation and healing as well. Speaking of a time to shine and burn any negativity that has kept you dormant. I'm getting that this is something, what you've been through is something that you're going to be using you're going to be transmuting it. This is something that you're going to, and this is how you shining light on those dark places. And this is going to help you live an inspired life. You may be guided right now to meditate so you can find more answers, because this is a way that you can listen to that inner guidance, that inner voice. Wow. And I cannot make this up about that sacral chakra, because I have here sacred sexuality, and it says reconnect with the source of your divine sexuality. And that sexuality, that has something to do with your sacral chakra. So reconnecting with that chakra, healing that chakra, this is something you're doing. This is something you're doing or will be doing. And this is where that creativity comes from as well, when it's not blocked. Maybe in the past there may be certain events that may have caused you to may have caused this chakra to be blocked. And maybe before you've been creative, maybe before you've always just been a creative person, but maybe it was a time in your life where you start comparing yourself to people. You may have started comparing yourself to people, and that literally created illusions and fear and blockages, and it blocked off that creative flow that you've always naturally had. And this is why you may have just went through a time in your life where you had to dig deep, remove some things, remove some people, places, and things, remove some mindsets, remove some habits that you have learned along the way. But yes, I'm getting you've always had this creative mindset, this creative flow. It's always naturally been there, but it may have just been blocked because you may have started comparing yourself. And not seeing yourself. You may have went through a phase where you didn't see yourself unique. You didn't do things in a unique way. You may have saw things being done a certain way, thinking that it was supposed to be done that way, but that's not who you are. You because you're unique, because you're extraordinary. You're learning again to honor your uniqueness, honor how you do things, because that is going to not only help you heal and inspire you, but it's going to also, as you're able to be confident in it and honor it, you will be able to embrace it and help others to do the same. Yeah, that's something that you don't. That's something that you don't do well, is like fit in. What you do is very unique. How you do it is very unique, and you may have always been sure of yourself, but you may have just went through a time in your life where things you went through a lot of questions. You question a lot, which is good, but you may have went down a path of self-criticism and many other things. But the beautiful thing about it is, because you didn't lose anything. You may have thought that you have lost people, places, and things. You may have thought that you missed opportunities. You may have thought that you just missed out. But the beautiful thing about what has happened along this journey is you lost nothing. And this is why this life is showering you with its abundance is coming here. So maybe you were in the creative flow. Maybe you had this flow and you had these unique gifts, but you didn't really know your worth. You didn't really know that you was deserving of a new path, a new life, and you didn't know that you was deserving of abundance and all the things that you wanted. You was just probably doing things because it was just you. But as you went through this journey, you learned so much about yourself. You learned so much about how divine you are. You learned so much about how extraordinary you are, and just what may have caused certain things. And you've learned how to remove people. You've learned how to trust. You've learned how to gain more insight and more guidance. And you've learned faith. You basically got back double. You basically had to go within and really find out who you are. Really, with that great mystery here, that's speaking of that as well. You really had to go within and learn some lessons and gain some wisdom, because this was meant for you. These are going to be the keys to your destiny. This was meant to happen because it's going to, what you've learned is going to be the keys to your destiny. So what may have been locked before, there we go. What may have been locked before, now you have the keys. Now you have the wisdom to unlock that door. See, what door that may have been closed. Come on, divine. What may have been closed before is not going to be closed anymore, because you actually went within and did the healing, gained the truth about who you are. And now you're going to have the keys to unlock that door. That door is not going to be closed anymore for you. The door, and also the door isn't going to be closed. You're not going to be able to not open that door anymore. The door is going to basically, for some, the door is going to open up automatically for you. For others, and that's because of your spiritual gifts as well, but for others, your wisdom is going to unlock the doors. It's the key. Your wisdom is the key. Remember that door I was talking about in one video of, okay, at this big long hall, why is this one door there? You have the key to that door. You may have stood there. You may actually have visioned yourself just picturing a door and no other doors, and you may have just seen this door, and you may have been afraid to actually walk and go through it. Now you have that confidence, or you will be gaining that confidence to walk through that door, because you have the keys now. And I have your personal power. Yeah, I can't make this up. I encourage you to be the master of your destiny. You're going to be stepping into your personal power. This is something you may be already doing, or this is something that you will be doing. And I have your spirit of air. A favorable wind is blowing in on your life. Wow. Yep. Through your faith, through your healing. And I have your vision. I give you confidence. I just said this. I just said this. Thank you, Divine. I give you confidence in your divination talents. I just said that you will be given the confidence. You will be given the confidence along this journey. You'll be given the confidence in this time. I said that you, this is something that you may have gained or something that you will be, gaining. Wow, that's beautiful. So through your faith and through trusting your path, have gotten you here or will be getting you here. You cleared out a lot. You cleared out a lot of people, places, and things, mindsets, habits. You know, experience. Old past events. You cleared it out. You chose to have an outrageous openness, and you chose to also invite the help of the divine, or you may be guided right now, as I said before, to ask the divine for the help right now because you are extraordinary. Please know that this is the right action, and please continue to love on yourself. Please know that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love is self, and continue to trust that the divine abundance is within. And as you know that, as you get that, as you sense that, as you feel that, this is how life is going to be showering you with its abundance, and this is how that favorable wind is going to continue to blow, continue to come to you, and blow in on your life. So continue to be positive in this time. Going back to that intention, continue to be positive so that you can vibrate on that frequency, so that you can vibrate with that energy, and continue to have self-love. I have here love and self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. On the outside. So that may be a message for someone. Forgiving yourself. Maybe this is something you've done. You chose to forgive yourself. I have your positivity. I'm going to read this one. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Wow. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing in even the hardest situation. Yes, so going back to when I was speaking of a time to, shine, you'll be shining light on those dark times. This is also what it's meaning, as well as, being positive, seeing things in a different perspective, as I've spoken of, seeing things in a positive aspect so that you can restore. You can restore, it will restore you to the light. This is you bringing restoration to the situation. This is you restoring yourself. Remember, I was speaking of that peace, balance, and 222. That balance and that harmony. Peace, balance, and harmony. Abundance. I have here abundance so many times. Abundance. If you're questioning this path, please know that you have made the right action, and you are making the right action, and you are in divine alignment. So anything that you are worried about for your future, you're also being reminded that you are secure, supported, and protected. I felt like I need to say that because, yes, the path that you've been through, you've been secure, guided, and protected, but also within this next chapter, within the rest of your life, even. It's not even just through this next chapter. You're just being reminded that, you always have the support, the security, and the protection of the divine. And I also have here right action twice, so please don't forget that as well. But with this abundance card, it says, dear beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I spoke of this with the right action. Oh, wow. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and I open to being a vehicle for abundance. Wow. It's a beautiful message for whomever is wanting to receive it. A beautiful message. Having striving, eventually the individual's ego drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. Yes, it goes back to when I was speaking about letting go of the habits, the illusions. Not only that, I was also speaking of, meditating so that you can get the answers and the solutions that is needed. And I also spoke of, the outrageous openness as well. Because you chose to have an outrageous openness, this is has helped you, you know, get to this where you are, or this will help you. True offering. May I release the fears, illusions, and addictions that keep me from true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next steps will always be shown. Use me, love. Use me for the highest. I am yours alone. Yeah, this message is definitely in alignment with what I'm saying. So for some, and I just said this, for some, this is something you've done, but for most, this is maybe something that what a lot of people may be doing in this time is, letting go. There's a lot that you've letting go. You are letting go. It just may be for someone who has done this. You've let a lot go. Have your feelings, emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so they no longer hold me captive. Yes, releasing those emotions, yeah. And that's what a lot of it, going back to that throat chakra, that's when I was speaking of, expressing yourself, communicating, affirming yourself, also, that is a way that you can, release as well. Creative blocks. If you're an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good, to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Wow. Yeah. So when I was speaking of that, maybe before you used to love to create, and you may have, just went through a phase in your life where, you start questioning it, you start comparing yourself, you start, um, that fear and certain beliefs and certain just the way of others doing things. You thought that was the way that you were supposed to do it, and maybe that had caused a creative block, as I stated before. And you're being guided right now to trust, to let that go. This is something that you've done, or this is something you will be doing, or this is something you're being guided to do. It's to offer it all to the divine, and to release yourself from any blocks and restrictions. Release those doubts, those fears, and to see the positive of it. To continue to be extraordinary, to continue to honor that extraordinary, unique you, and let that serve. What it is that it's needing to serve for your inspired life. You know. And maybe you may have been making it more, and I'm not saying this as this is not me trying to say it in an offensive way, but I also want to just add, maybe you've been overthinking it. What you do is natural there, and I'm also getting, for some, there's many gifts and abilities and talents that you have, and how you do it, it's natural, it comes off natural. But because there's so much going on around you, because there's so much that you may be looking at or maybe seeing, because there's probably a certain way that that you see that things are being done, and maybe people may be forcing you, or others may be forcing you, or you may be forcing yourself to do it in that way. This may have caused blockages. But when you are able to, I'm not sure why I just lost my train of thought while I was just saying that. Yeah, there may be, you know, this may have caused, creative block. You're being guided to do things your unique way. It's how you do it. It's that's what I was talking about, overthinking. And this overthinking is also causing creative blocks. When you naturally have it, you naturally do things in a creative way, in an abundant way, in an inspiring way. You naturally do that. But right now you're being reminded to let go of the fear of not also of others not accepting you, and also of thinking that how you do things is supposed to be in a certain way, because your way is just may be the way that's going to really inspire and change and bring that balance that is much needed into the universe. And I believe this. It's about really trusting in it again. You've always known this, but maybe there's just, like I said, some mental blockages, some things that that needed to be removed, or is being removed, that is going to help you to believe in that. I believe it's going to, and I believe if you haven't gotten it yet, I know you will. You will. You will. You will believe in it, and you will, start creating again naturally. See what you do naturally. It's you what you do naturally. You know, uh, others may struggle to do, and this is with many things. And you don't, and as I said before, you may have had this phase that may have blocked that. But right now, you may be coming out of that phase. You may have came out of that phase, or you will be coming out of that phase. And start believing in yourself again. Start believing in yourself more, because you are abundant, you are worthy, and you are deserving to know this. All right, one more card. It was a lot that came out, so I'm gonna put them back. Yeah, so going back, it's a reminder to, no longer compare yourself. And I'm gonna give you a quick story. Just within my life, and just looking back at the times, looking back on a lot of experiences and a lot of things that I've done along my journey, and when it came to who I am, when it came to my creative abilities, when it came to just who I am, and honoring that uniqueness. When I go back to the stories, how I always go back and I become aware of certain events and experiences and stuff. Every time I go back and I ask myself what happened, or I may ask myself, especially when it comes with my creativeness, or being successful in certain things. Every time I ask the question of what may have happened, it's always because one of the things was I either start comparing myself, I either start thinking I was doing things wrong. I may have seen people do it this way, and it got pushed so much that you should do it this way. You should do it this way. Basically, you know, um, not trusting in myself anymore. Remember, I told you I had that phase where I started listening to people, and just going back to what I'm saying is, every time I got astray, or every time things had got rocky, I always can go back to where I listened to something that wasn't that didn't serve me. I always listened to something that wasn't um, true to me. It may be true to another, it may be true to a majority of people, but this is why it's important to really get into self-awareness and self-love, and really figure out the things that is needed for you in your life, because so that you won't be led astray by others people's opinions, other people's ways, or you won't be easily influenced. And so, like I was saying before, every time I go back to the times where things kind of got a little rocky, it's because I started listening to things and people outside of myself. And this is why I've been pushing so much of what I've been saying for this last almost year now, because I've been successful. I've been way more successful and made way more in love with myself and my results when I listen to me and the divine guidance, my intuition and the divine guidance that I always have, rather than listening to other. I'm not saying that everybody, there's not wisdom and advice out there. That's not what I'm saying. But when you have a strong connection with yourself and with the divine, things things are just going to be confirmation, or things will just be whenever a subject comes, or a person, place, or thing come, it's supposed to be confirmation, not validation, or it's supposed to be guidance, rather than someone telling you to do something, if that makes sense. It's supposed to align with what you already know, basically. And as I said, I was going to get to last card. Guess what just came out? Self-sufficiency. It says the ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it says saying, God is my source, and I'm willing to and I'm willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And that goes back to me talking about, speaking of, trusting in divine source. And when you ask for help, ask the divine first. And then that way, that way, who is really for you to help come and assist you will come and assist you rather than you trying to do it on your own. This was a beautiful message, and I really hope that it resonated. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.